Good afternoon and welcome to live coverage of the Dritte Liga in Germany. It's Matchday 31. We're at the Audi Sportpark for Ingolstadt versus Bayern 2. So a fascinating Bavarian derby today in prospect as promotion chasing Ingolstadt are up against last season's champions, but a team who are relegation threatened this time out in the Bayern second team. So Ingolstadt just missed out on promotion last season. This time they're pushing hard, currently in third spot. And they had an upset last week, losing to Magdeburg by 2-0. Their second loss in a row after losing to 1860 before that. So just starting to crack, maybe under pressure. And they missed out on the chance to pressure those two, as Dynamo Dresden and Hansa Rostock last week drew 0-0. So they are 2 points off Dynamo. Ingolstadt 1 point behind Hansa Rostock as we get into the real business end of the season here. And we have the potential for a real cracker today. It's Ingolstadt who have the best home record in the league, as well as the best home defence, conceding only 9 here and losing only once. But last season there was a 2-1 win for Bayern here, with Richard scoring a late winner. And the reverse fixture 3-1 to Ingolstadt, with Elver, Eckert and Beister all scoring after Timo Kern opened the scoring. As we get underway here. So it's Bayern all in white today, under the control of Danny Schwarz and Martin Di Michelis, their new training structure here taking over. They took over last week, earlier than planned, from Holger Seitz. They're looking for fresh ideas, the Bayern second team. But they lost at home to Lübeck last time out. That could be a potentially devastating result for them. Stiller and Rhein made it 2-1 to them, but they lost with a late goal. As it's an early attack there from Ingolstadt, but the flag raised against Röhl. As you can hear, plenty of shouting from the sidelines here in this Bavarian derby. As Arp is suspended for today's match for Bayern 2. And another big miss will be Kern as well in the middle. He's injured. And a couple of players have been called up to the first team squad as well, which Danny Schwarz said he's very, very proud of. The likes of Vita, Scott Oberlin and Stanisic all going up to the first team, with a busy schedule for the club in April. But it could mean that they're a bit weaker than they normally would be, and they're just outside of the relegation zone on goal difference. As the team below them, Uerdingen, lost to Halle yesterday. And it's their poor away record which is doing them damage. Only 3 wins away all season long. And their top scorer is the midfielder Timo Kern, so you might just say that the strikers perhaps not doing their job here, as there's a bit of pressure there on Schneller, but it was an offside position there against Kutschke. Top scorer for Ingolstadt with 11 goals. As we're 2 minutes in here, and Ingolstadt have started aggressively in this game, but they've been caught offside a couple of times already. As Lawrence here passes the ball out to Lungwitz, infield to Stiller. So it looks as though Stiller and Welzmuller are being asked to dig in deep and pull the strings from there. As a long ball forward, it's fired in. Stiller again, just trying to knock this forward, and the volley comes in, and it's a terrific effort there. Well, not too far away there from Jastrzębski. Fantastic effort on the volley. The ball just bouncing up lovely for him here. And just slicing across it slightly. As Buntic went across it, maybe had it covered, the Ingolstadt keeper, but that's an excellent early opportunity for Bayern 2. As I'll try and keep you up to date with what's going on around the league, and we've had a goal already at 1860, which will please. Ingolstadt has failed have taken the lead there. 1860 just starting to close in on Ingolstadt in third place. That's the playoff place, of course, but falling behind early at home to Fell. And coach Thomas Oral for Ingolstadt said before the game that they're just concentrating on themselves. They're not looking around at the other scorelines. As we're into the 5th minute here, it's goalless. Best chance so far falling to Jastrzębski of Bayern. Here he is again, just popping the ball out to the left-hand side. Well, they've settled down into the game now, Bayern 2, after an edgy first couple of minutes with Ingolstadt pushing forward. As Lawrence here. Out to the right for Weidner, trying to overlap. Infield for Rhein. Deep ball across towards Sieb. Didn't quite have the legs to get there, though. Muller just helping it forward, but Paulsen getting there. Now a long ball up the field, and that's not really going to give Kuzka much of a chance there to reach the ball. That's a lovely ball forward from Bayern 2. Just cut out there. Well in by Gauss. This is Ginola Elva, Canadian forward. Now a driven ball up the field, and again inaccurate from Ingolstadt. Well, they have a decent run in for the rest of the season, with a lot of the teams they face coming from the bottom half, but they don't have a great record against teams in the basement. And are we hoping they don't slip up again today against Bayern 2? Now it's Paulsen forwards here for Elva. And this is more patient now from Ingolstadt. Stendera forward for Elva, couldn't feed it forward. Sieb was right in his face there. As Bayern getting through a lot of good early work here. Now up for Bilbia. And cleared by Bayern 2. Now a little layoff here. Now Rhein. And it's a poor ball from him. Just playing it too short towards Weisner. And now Ingolstadt could get in behind, but Lawrence coming across to cover. Gröll unable to use his pace to get down that left-hand side. Welzmüller towards Sieb, bringing it down well, but then the defender Heinlord doing well just to drop back and cover. Now perhaps a foot race down the right-hand side here. Kuchka doing well to get into the corner. And he will take the corner there as Feldhahn, the veteran in the Bayern 2 squad there, just having to stretch the legs. Thought there was a foul on him as they ran towards the corner. Nothing given. Well, he's just eased away from the ball there. Kuchka using all of his experience. Well, they'll be looking for the likes of Paulsen here with the corner. So Stendera with the ball in here, an outswinger. Paulsen, you can see towering there in the middle, the centre back. And you can see that Ingolstadt, indeed in general, towering over the Bayern 2 squad. As it comes in, it's flicked on, and the chance here is well blocked. It was Röhl who took the volley in the end. Now it's punted forward, and, well, that comes to absolutely nothing for Ingolstadt. Schneller can come out to collect. As we're coming up towards 10 minutes played, it's goalless in this big Bavarian derby. And a game which will have a huge impact at both ends of the table. Buntic away, as it's a very experienced Ingolstadt side. One of the favourites for promotion before the season started. And they've lived up to their billing. That's good aggression again being shown in the centre there. Struck coming forward from the centre of defence to try and break up the play. A free kick here for Stendera. Again, a long ball forward and a little bit aimless. Unable to get Junela Elva into the game at all there. And a little shake of the head as well from the midfielder. As we see Martin Di Michaelis, he's the man on his feet in the technical area for Bayern 2. Danny Schwarz on your left was dealing with the media before the game. As that's a lovely ball for Welzmüller. Now Sieb. And it's into the channel, and the player has arrived there, Lungwitz. Tried to feed it back across with his left foot, got a bit too much on it. And that was excellent play from Bayern 2 there. Well, they do have the kind of quality technical players that can hurt you. At the moment, perhaps just running on fumes, though. Lacking a bit of stamina, the young squad. A bit of inexperience. After they lost a lot of players last season and throughout the season to the first team. Also, teams around Germany and Europe picking up a few of their young gifted players who didn't quite make the breakthrough into the first team squad. As Kuchka here, running the channel on the left-hand side, looks up, and it's to the edge of the box here, and it could have gone absolutely anywhere. The volley coming in from Stendera, Elva just couldn't quite react in time to bring it under control. And deflected just straight towards the keeper, Schneller, in the end. Well, he could have wrong-footed the keeper altogether there, but the pace just not on the ball at all. So chances at both ends then, as it's been a fairly even start to the game. Perhaps Bayern with the better of it slightly, settling early away from home. Gauss coming forward past Kuhn. As a rule there, just losing control of the ball. Hasn't had a great start to the game, really, the winger. Stiller for Lawrence, back across to Feldhahn. And decides to just run up into midfield. Now on to Sieb. And that's a nice piece of play, but it's well covered in the end by Kotzke. And now it's Ingolstadt's turn to come forward. Stendera looking up. Well, he's looking for a run from his teammates. Didn't get it. Doesn't look too happy. Now he's got the ball back again. Still not too much movement ahead of him. As that's a loose pass, and it almost gets Paulsen into trouble. He manages to clear, but he's taken out of the game by Stremski. So 15 minutes in here, goalless. As that free kick is taken from the wrong position, you can see. Well, he's a brave man, Jastrzemski, coming on the giant there. Paulsen. Paulsen just stumbling there, but he's managed to pass the ball out to the right-hand side. And the ball clipped up here, and Feldhahn can just shepherd it out ahead of Röhl, who has tried his luck on the other side for a while. Not great on this left-hand side. Let's see what he can do on the right. As Ingolstadt here pressing very well. They're closing down Bayern side, not giving them a moment to put their foot on the ball. As Elva just trying to thread it through. Well read by Lawrence, though. Now Weidner. Loose pass up into midfield as Stendera tries to get it forward for Röhl. As there's been another goal in Munich. 1860 levelling against Ferl now. So it's as we were. Well, Kuhn using his pace to close down the keeper there. Getting something on the clearance. And the pressure still on here from Bayern 2. That's Paulsen just leaving it for the keeper Buntic there. And it's an enormous clearance, but straight out of play. Unable to start an attack there, Ingolstadt. Well, they're not throwing the kitchen sink at it as yet. This is a volleyed clearance by Gauss. They're under pressure. And he's got another chance here. That's better towards Elva. As we could see, Schneller came a long, long way out of goal there. Dealt with in the end by the defence, and again the offside flag raised. Here's Alva dropping deep and under pressure, but he's turned away. Finding a pass for Kuchka. And that's another loose pass from Ingolstadt. Welzmuller looking directly for Jastrzębski. Just bouncing too far ahead of him though. Keeper could claim. Buntic. Well, it's been a strange start to the match here from Ingolstadt, really. As I said, they're not throwing the kitchen sink at Bayern as yet. And some of their passes been very loose indeed. Now the volleyed clearance by Schneller. Downfield towards Jastrzębski to challenge. And they've kept the ball here, Bayern 2. Can they get the turn here? The challenge comes in. Just crucially there from Schröck. As Kuhn does really well there. Gets it onto his left foot. Down the middle towards Jastrzębski. Now the return ball. Skips round one challenge. Tries to go through the heart of the Ingolstadt defence. And they've just got a toe end in there. Sieb just couldn't quite bring the ball down. Was bouncing around wildly for him. Now Sieb getting away and showing good skill here, the Bayern 2 players, as it gets cleared there by Kotzke. Desperate defending by Ingolstadt. Stop-start there on the counter-attack from Ingolstadt. Heinlod just looking up and no one to pass to at all. Forced back to the defence here. Coming up towards the midway point in the first half. And it's been a disappointing start to the game, really, from Ingolstadt. Bayern 2 certainly giving as good as they're getting. There's a corner conceded here, though. This is where Ingolstadt can perhaps find an advantage, find a way through to unlock the door here. Well, they're not in any real hurry to get the corner in here, taking their time, making sure they get the delivery right here through Stendera. And it comes, it goes up high. Not a bad delivery, but Bayern 2 dealing with it as it's clipped back over the top here. Paulsen, and he shoved over, and the referee was looking straight at it and doesn't give anything. Well, there was offside anyway with the flag up, so it doesn't matter what the referee's decision is, but Bayern 2 just struggling there. Well, Feldhahn really taking a risk there, leaning in on Paulsen. But Paulsen offside anyway. Thomas Oral just directing operations on the sidelines. Won't be happy with his team's performance so far. You need just a moment of magic here from one of the players. We haven't really seen much from Bilbia and Röhrl on the wings. Ginola Elva just struggling as well to get into the game, and Kuchka on the sidelines hasn't really been given the ammunition, the striker. So 1860 Munich have now taken the lead against Ferl as they continue to close the gap in the league on Ingolstadt. Now it's down to 4 points as it stands. Ingolstadt staying third at the moment, 1 point behind Hansa Rostock, who are drawing 0-0 with Magdeburg. And Dynamo Dresden played later in the weekend. As we're into the 25th minute, it's still goalless here. And there's huge motivation here for Ingolstadt that they could go potentially top. Depending on other results. As for Bayern, well, they're still in 16th spot. Now Röhrl trying to turn there, but Lawrence dealing with him right on the byline. As the ball is brought down exceptionally well there by Jastrzębski. Trying to take on the fullback there, but accepting the throw in. Now Weidner doing well here to bring the ball under control with the cutback, and just deflected on its way through. But Ingolstadt can't clear their lines. Welzmüller. Well, he was just waiting and waiting. Now he's finding Kuhn. And in the end, it comes off his teammate Jastrzębski on its way through and bounces out of play for a goal kick. Well, the game just starting to get a little bit stretched here, but still, for me, it's Bayern 2 who are playing the better football. Well, they've been very brave here away from home in this Bavarian derby. And they haven't really had too many problems to deal with at the back, as we could just see there Kotzke was trying to break in behind the front line, trying to overlap. That's perhaps what Ingolstadt need to commit more men forward, as it's been all too comfortable really for Bayern 2. Now here's Weisner again. Welzmüller looking for Sieb, just too high there. Heinlord under pressure from Sieb, and it's out of play for the goal kick for Ingolstadt. A long ball forwards here. And Kuchka looking to put himself about a bit there, and the referee taking exception to it. Let's have a look here. Well, it's an accidental collision. Stiller, it was just taking the knock there, but back on his feet. As now it's Danny Schwarz, who's just having a chat here with Kuhn. And he'll be happy here with this opening half an hour from his team. Taking the game to Ingolstadt. As Kuhn doesn't even challenge for that one, but the clearance lands at the feet there. Weidner. Now Elva, who's had to drop deep to pick up possession in this game. That's not where they want him. They want him up with Kuchka, if possible. Trying to support him. Now here they come, Ingolstadt. Stendera. And that's another poor ball. Well, it's difficult for Ingolstadt at the moment to get into the final third. Now Lundqvist with the throw up the line. Elva taking over but can't complete the dribble. As Paulsen should get that safely back to Buntic. Well, strange performance still from Ingolstadt here. We saw last week in the game between Dynamo and Hansa Rostock that at this stage the top teams can get a little bit nervous. As Dynamo just looked as though they'd run out of gas last week, really. Hansa Rostock unlucky not to win the game. And Ingolstadt will be hoping that this could be a little bit of fillip that they need coming towards the end of the season. And they won't want to be upset again, having lost to Magdeburg last week. I remember Bayern 2 also desperately need to get points on the board after that loss to Lübeck. As the ball comes in here, Elva again not trying to challenge for the aerial ball. It's making it all rather easy for Bayern 2 at the moment. But perhaps Ingolstadt can just pin them back here, but they're forced all the way back to Buntic. Good pressure from Bayern 2. Now Schruck. Remember, Ingolstadt have the best home record in the league, only one loss here. And at the moment, they're not playing with confidence. As that's passed down the line from Schruck. It's just skewed out of play. Well, long throw opportunity here for Gauss. Let's see if he can get a rocket into the penalty area. Indeed he does. It's flicked on. Dangerous there from Paulsen. In the end cleared. Weidner gets it upfield. And they can't get it away though, Bayern 2. But then the foul coming in by Stendera. It's a bit of a let-off for Bayern in that case as Jastrzębski went down. A great throw here. Paulsen going up. And they're looking for the handball there, I think, from Jastrzębski, but no chance. Referee seeing that correctly. So 12 minutes to go in the first half. Goalless, unfortunately for you. Not too many chances being created by either side. It's been Bayern probably on the front foot. They had the best chance of the game for me with Jastrzębski early on. And it's just been a little bit of a struggle for Ingolstadt to break in behind Bayern at the moment. Well, perhaps a changing coach doing Bayern 2 some good here. Change the formation. Danny Schwarz and Martin Di Michaelis. Well, they know a number of the players in the Bayern 2 squad from their time with the under-19s. As there's a ball in behind here, suddenly Ingolstadt could make Bayern 2 pay here, but it looks as though Lawrence has just recovered there. Well, it was Bilbia who just turned on the afterburners to get the ball there. And he's got, though, is a throw-in as a reward here. Well, there are plenty of black and red shirts in there. That one towards Elva. Blocked again. 10 minutes to go before half-time. This is a bit better now from Ingolstadt. This is more what we were expecting as Kotzke tries the volley. Blocked. And then immediately comes back forwards here for Ingolstadt. And then Ginola Elva just with the shove in the back there on the defender. And the pressure relieved for Bayern 2. Well, Hansa Rostock have fallen behind to Magdeburg. That's more good news for Ingolstadt. As Ruhl there keeps the ball in for Stendera. Now Elva just couldn't quite bring the ball under control to get the strike away. And he has managed to try and get the ball past, but it looks as though it's gone out for the goal kick here. Did it come off Elva last? It looks as though it did. Yes, indeed. So Magdeburg at the moment causing a lot of upsets in the league, beating Ingolstadt last week and currently ahead at Hansa Rostock. Well, this is much better now from Ingolstadt. Starting to find Elva in advanced positions, and then the ball coming in towards Kuchka. Couldn't quite get over it, but that's much better. As they need to give him more service. It's been too quiet in that regard. He managed to get ball side of Lawrence there. That was a good little run from Kuchka. But just getting underneath it, unfortunately, for the home side. Well, plenty of goals all around the grounds. This is the only goalless game of the day so far, with 37 minutes played. As Lübeck have taken the lead against Kaiserslautern at the bottom of the table. Now Bayern still outside of the relegation zone as it stands. And really looking over their shoulders. As here they come forward. It's deflected. And over the bar there. Decent attempt from Sieb. Kept it low. And Ingolstadt had to deal with it. So corner for Bayern 2. Well, Kuchka getting back to help out his team's defence here as Welzmüller goes across to take. Yeah, it does have excellent distribution from set pieces, Welzmüller. And it comes, it's dangerous, sending the Ingolstadt defenders facing towards their own goal. It is cleared in the end by Kotzke. Now a long throw opportunity perhaps. Lungwitz looking for options. And goes short in the end. Gets the ball back again. Rhein. And he's done well to get the ball in there, but Paulsen heading away. Welzmüller forward, and again another loose clearance from Ingolstadt. They just can't quite clear the lines right now. Weidner looking to get to the byline, and he's pulled down there. Yes, that's a free kick. Gauss it was, who knew he was beaten. And another dangerous free kick here for Bayern 2. Ingolstadt with a bit of defending to do here, which I must say I find unexpected, given the position of the two sides in the table. This time it's Stiller standing over it, so an in-swinger from this free kick by the looks of it. Or has he got something else up his sleeve? In it comes towards the keeper, and it's practice in the end for Buntic. And he thought about launching it upfield, but in the end, just going short, trying to play out from the back. Now Schruck back to Buntic. Not making much progress here, Ingolstadt, at the moment. Kotzke. Now Schruck again. And the ball down the centre, and Schneller had to come out of the penalty area to clear on the volley there, with Kuchka just threatening, as Kotzke does well there to flick the ball to Paulsen. And now we've got the counter-attack from Ingolstadt. Alva up against Lungwitz. And in the end, Stiller comes across to take the ball, but unable to keep it. Schruck forward again. And it's Kotzke again, who's the furthest man forward. It's anchoring midfield, but always willing to burst forward. Oh, 2.5 minutes remaining. I don't think there's going to be much time added on either at the end of this half. We haven't had too many stoppages. As Jastrzębski trying to make life difficult there for Paulsen. And it's back to Buntic here. Well, it's been a very strange first half, really. Goalless between Ingolstadt looking to get into the top two. Bayern looking to stay outside of the relegation zone. Neither side really going for broke as yet. Bayern 2 for me impressing more, with Ingolstadt disappointing. As Kuhn there just getting a talking to by the ref. No cards as yet, as it's been competitive without going over the top. But we'll be hoping in the second half for a bit more entertainment, few more chances perhaps, as Ingolstadt have played rather one-paced, would be my criticism of them, as the ball in here is deflected towards Röhl and couldn't bring it under control. We're into the final minute of the half here. It's away by Feldhahn. Jastrzębski looking to win the second ball, but the referee saying there was a shove on Schröck there. And Schröck just staying down with what looks to be a thigh injury. Oh, Thomas Oral will be worried about that, but at least Schröck can get some treatment over half-time. Well, you can see just stretching there, and that's maybe just an uncomfortable one, but he's going to take the free kick here. Looks okay to continue. Oh, Buntic, one last chance in the half to get the ball forward here for Ingolstadt. Albert doing well to bring it down, but he's taken off the ball by Sieb, and then on the counter-attack, well, it's called up there by the referee. Half-time whistle, as it's goalless here between third place Ingolstadt and 16th place Bayern 2. No goals, unfortunately, but join us in 15 minutes or so to see if we can produce some for you. As the first half was goalless, not too much entertainment on show, unfortunately, as Bayern 2 had the better of the game. Strangely subdued from Ingolstadt, the team in third, but they will be delighted to hear that Hansa Rostock, just above them, are losing at home to Magdeburg at half-time. So a big 45 minutes ahead of us here, as Kutschke tries to get involved early on. So it looks as though no changes for Bayern 2. Coming into the second period here. But Dani Schwarz and Martin Dimichelis would have been pleased with what they saw from their boys in that first half. Really going toe-to-toe with Ingolstadt, who were far above them in the table. That's a lovely turn here. Sieb trying to get forward, but that's well covered in the end by Ingolstadt, and the clearance completed by Paulsen. Looking long there for Kutschke. Now Bilbia around the corner here for Röhl. And as I mentioned in the first half, Bilbia and Röhl unable to have much of an effect on the game in that first half. And we're looking to get those two on the ball much, much more. So it's Gals who goes up here for this long throw in. Caused problems in the first half as Paulsen used his height to his advantage. Comes in, but it's well dealt with by Bayern 2, and then the volley from distance right down the middle there. Just fielded by Schneller. Oh, we hoping for more opportunities in the game in this second half. Chances are the premium, really, so far in the game. Over, the ball around the corner to Röhl. And Heinlord, deep cross in. And it looks as though there's the offside flag raised there against Kučka. Oh, a huge clearance downfield from Ingolstadt, flicked on by Kučka, starting to get more balls now. The big man up front as Elva comes in aggressively, gets the ball. Play going on. And here he is again. Now Heinlord. And Röhl goes down. And the referee blowing the whistle there. Well, that's an interesting decision, I must say. It looked as though it was clean from Feldhahn. Perhaps the ref seeing something that we couldn't see from this angle. So more defending here for Bayern to do, as you can just see, just coming on top of the foot there, Feldhahn. It wasn't what he meant to do, but indeed it should go down as a foul. So Stendera standing over this free kick from wide on the right. Good shape to it towards a far stick, but it's over everyone, unfortunately, and had a play on that far side. Bayern playing their way out of trouble. And Jastrzębski looking to cause problems. Ingolstadt conceding the throw-in. Here he is again, Jastrzębski. Had a good opportunity in the opening couple of minutes of the game. As there's a free kick here for Ingolstadt now. Now Röhl, and getting the ball in, just slicing though off his boot and over the bar in the end. Not too many black and red shirts in there. Anyway, didn't have too many options. Feldhahn and Schneller in the end deciding that they're going to take the kick from the opposite side of the box here. Well, Bayern will be happy to get a point away at Ingolstadt. Keeps them out of the relegation zone, as there's a mix-up here between Paulsen and the goalkeeper Buntic. Well, what was all that about? It looked easier for them to deal with it than to mix things up, and that's just invited a bit of pressure here on them. Well, they've got away with it there, Ingolstadt. That was not slick defending whatsoever from the third place side. Well, it's looking very nervy out there for the home team. As Sieb tries to come in, but that's well defended. Now flicked on again by Kučka towards Röhl. What's he going to do now? Well, he's played the ball out of play. It's just very disappointing from him today. Not been his game. Perhaps Thomas Oral thinking of making changes. We're coming up towards the hour mark. That's when he would probably think about making the changes. We see that mix-up at the back between Paulsen and Buntic. Paulsen blaming Buntic by the looks of it. And if I were Buntic, I wouldn't be arguing. But in the end, mopped up by the big man. And that would have been an absolute disaster had they fallen behind that. As Heinlord's deflected ball in, away by Feldhahn. And here comes Sieb. Well, the counter-attack just blocked off slightly there. Stiller just caught in possession there. Bilbia looking for Kuchka. Now it's Röhl. Feldhahn out to deal with him. Back to Elva. Now Stendera clipping it in towards Kuchka here. Looking for the offside flag there by Bayern. It doesn't arrive for them. As Kuchka. Back to Elva again. This is much better from Ingolstadt now. A bit more snappy passing. Bayern 2 though getting in their faces. As that's a lovely ball out to the right hand side, but Heinlord is in an offside position. Just mistiming the run. Oh, good concentration from Bayern 2 as they saw off that attack from Ingolstadt. But just starting to get a bit stretched here. And it's a young and inexperienced side, of course, for Bayern 2. As Bilbia looking to feed it down the left-hand side for the run from Gauss, but getting it all wrong. And it's been an improvement from Ingolstadt over the last couple of minutes. Let's see if they can take it on for the rest of the game and perhaps get their noses in front. And Hansa Rostock are still losing to Magdeburg. 1860 winning 2-1 at the moment against Fell. That puts 1864 points behind Ingolstadt as we stand, and only 5 behind Dynamo. As Röhl trying to break in behind, but Feldhahn can just let Schneller come in for the possession. Rungwitz just giving it away to Kotzke. Oh, that's a clever ball in behind, and it's well done by Schneller to cut it out before Kuchka could get there. That's more like it, just bending the ball in behind. I said that perhaps Thomas Oral thinking of making a change around the hour mark in attack with Bilbia and Röhl for me under threat. But maybe Danny Schwarz and Di Michaelis thinking likewise, a few fresh legs as are starting to look a bit leggy out there, Bayern 2, as Ingolstadt are pushing forward more and more now. But the passing in the final third not quite as snappy as it could be from the home team. Just lacking a little bit of precision when it comes to deliveries into the box. As there's another ball over the top, and Kuchka could get onto it here. Is there a foul? No, says the referee. Weidner came across to deal with the ball and may just have clipped Kuchka on his way through. Well, the referee absolutely not interested, immediately making the decision to wave play on. As then Elva tries to play it down the right-hand side and not finding anyone. Well, the ref has tried to keep the game flowing today. We barely had a stoppage in the first half. Likewise so far in the opening quarter of an hour of this second. Well, we haven't had a second look yet at that challenge between Weidner and Kuchka. There's Heinlock just stepping inside. And Stendera unable to find the ball forward this time. This is now picked up by Rhein. And again. Lundwitz infield for Stiller. Oh, Lawrence here trying to keep the ball here for Bayern 2. As they will hope to relieve a bit of this pressure which is building up from Ingolstadt now. If they can shock Ingolstadt by going ahead, they'll really have something to hold on to coming towards the end of the game. There's now Elva. Röhl again with the misplaced pass. As let's have another look finally at this challenge involving Kuchka and Weidner. And let's have a look again. Difficult to see, it's just a tangle in there. I think the referee's got that right, that it's an accidental one with two committed players going forward for the ball. Depends if you're an Ingolstadt fan or a Bayern 2 fan, which way you see that 50-50 challenge. But certainly a dodgy one really from Weidner, allowing Kuchka in as the shot comes in and over the bar. This time from Stiller. There's an hour gone. He just couldn't quite control the shot as it came across him. And it's going to be a double change for Bayern. So it's Rhein coming off and Günther and Singh coming on. Well, Singh is certainly a dangerous player. Kuhn as well going off. He's not really been in the last 10 minutes of the game, disappointingly for him. Had some real flashes in the first half, but has been quiet in the second. Let's see if Singh and Günther can have an effect on this game for the final half hour. Oh, Singh will be looking to get into the game immediately. As that's well played towards him. The free kick, though, is given against Keller. Well, they might just go for goal here. It is rather a long way out, but we know that Welzmüller and Stiller have good technique from dead balls. What's it going to be? Welzmüller over it. Stiller crosses the ball in, and it's very, very easy in the end for Buntic. No one running in on that one. Heinlott looking for Röhl, and that's taking a bit of a risk there. Schneller coming right to the edge of the box to grab the ball, but the ref says he wasn't outside of the area. And the ball clipped out towards the right-hand side. Sing forward, good ball, and they run on here, but Poulsen just reading it, getting it away. Oh, Bayern with good possession here at the moment. Looks as though bringing on Singh and Günther have just given them a little bit of a lift. Oh, that's down the right-hand side, but Lawrence, you can see, looking to the heavens there after that misplaced ball. Disappointed to give away possession so easily. Oh, a huge clearance from Schneller, but it's out of play. This is Feldhahn. Finding Lungwitz. Just drifting infield away from Elva. And the crossfield pass, nodded back inside for Weidner. That's a clever ball over the top, and just couldn't quite keep it in there, Günther. Passing it back to his fellow sub Singh, who couldn't find the target anyway. But the ball had long gone. And that was very promising indeed. Günther going for the heart of the defence. And again the defender getting there ahead of him. Heinlord. As it looks as though there is a player preparing to come on here for Ingolstadt. I think it's Kaya. Indeed it is. And it's going to be another double change in actual fact, with Susek coming on. Well, Ruhl and Bilbia are both withdrawn with 25 minutes to go. For me, no surprise there. Now, let's see if Kaya and Susek can have a bigger say in this game. They need a lift of some sort here, Ingolstadt. Oh, they do have a bit of a lift with the news from the 1860 game that it's now 2-2 there. But Fell have had a red card in the game. Hansa Rostock still trailing to Magdeburg. This all means that Ingolstadt have a 6-point lead again in the table over 1860. As Singh goes down. Kotzke coming in though. Cleanly, said the referee. And for Bayern at the bottom of the table, Kaiserslautern and Lübeck at the moment cancelling each other out at 1-1. So that's good news for them. And they want to keep their destiny in their own hands by winning here. As we're coming up towards the midway point in the second half, it's goalless. And it's been a very strange game with few chances. As Jastrzębski tries to turn that against Kotzke. This is Günther. Welzmüller crossing the ball in. Too deep though. Sieb trying to put pressure on the Heinlotz. Trying to force an error here in defence, but Ingolstadt away. Looking for Kaya, and he's done well to get on the end of it, but Lawrence recovers. Back to Schneller. And it's just starting to get stretched again here, the game. Which team is going to take the ball by the horns here and go for broke and go for the 3 points? You would imagine that Ingolstadt will be looking to win this one against a team towards the bottom of the table. And they have this excellent home record of 11 wins and then only 2 draws and 1 loss. And they've only conceded 9 goals here all season long at the Audi Sportpark. Well, I just get the feeling there is going to be late drama in this game. It hasn't been the most dramatic so far. And I do think there's going to be a sting in the tail. Bayern 2 are often involved with grandstand finishes, either for themselves or for the opposition. As 1860, well, with Fell going down to 10 men, they've retaken the lead. 1860 to put more pressure on Ingolstadt in 3rd place. And there's so many goals all around the grounds. It's such a pity that this one goalless so far. As Gunther looks to take on Gauss. And he's done very, very well, Gunther, since he came on, the youngster. Now Weidner. Just over 20 minutes to go. As Weltzmüller just tried to let the ball run through. Kotzke, though, getting it away. Well, this is such an important game at both ends. Would be disappointing if it were to end goalless. Now Kaya trying to link up with Kuchke. Alva. Oh, Kaya and Kuchke. The big man, little man partnership, as perhaps there's a chance here for Ingolstadt. Clipping the ball across and no one really committing themselves forward there. Heinlott. The ball just nicked away from him there by Sieb. And he carries the ball out of play. And it's Bayern who get the decision for the throw in. It's on 20 minutes to go. Here's Paulsen. A long ball forward. Stendera. Ball around the corner. And a shove there coming in from Kaya. Free kick to Bayern. Kaya shoving over Feldhahn on the run there. Absolutely correct decision from the ref, despite the protests from Thomas Oral. Now this is Singh. He's got plenty of space out there, but he's misplaced his pass. He was looking for Günther and allowed Ingolstadt to pick it up too easily, really, for me. This is patient from Ingolstadt, but perhaps they need to be a little bit urgent. with 18 minutes to go. And then we see Schröck in the stands. Went off injured after half-time. Tried to come out and battle on, but couldn't. Off before the whistle to start the period. There's a ball thumped forward there into the midriff of Jastrzębski, out of play. And a flick on again, looking for the run behind from Kaya. Oh, surely Ingolstadt are going to be going increasingly direct now. Looking for the big man up front, Kuchka. And he'll be looking to knock balls on for the likes of Elva and Kaya. As now Gauss comes clear up towards the halfway line. Good recovery though from Weisner. As now comes this ball out towards the right hand side. It's well picked up. Susek out to the right. Now the ball in towards the far stick and well defended by Bayern. This is Elva now taking on the strike, and it's a brilliant hit right into the corner. Well, he's picked it out there, absolutely brilliant, and that's 1-0 to Ingolstadt. Finally a goal in this game. And it's gone to the home side, and that's a big one for Thomas Oral. Well, I said earlier that Ingolstadt will be looking for a moment of magic from someone to open this up. And it's Elva who has produced it, his 5th goal of the season. Just bending the ball, absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper Schneller. Just shifting it here, and that's great technique. Absolutely perfectly into the corner there from outside the box. And the simplest of celebrations as well, just a finger wagging. But that's a big goal in the Dritte Liga then. Now the pressure from Ingolstadt as they look up towards Hansa Rostock and Dynamo Dresden. As it stands, it puts them top of the table. Well, that's a massive one from Elva. Of course, Dynamo Dresden play later in the weekend. Hansa currently losing to Magdeburg. Well, crucial final 14 minutes now here. Can Ingolstadt hold on, or will Bayern 2 go for broke? For them it's very important, as they're back level with Uerdingen in the relegation zone. But Bayern just outside on goal difference. Well, it looks as though Lawrence has suffered an injury here, just stayed down. We saw that Kayubi was getting stripped and ready, the experienced defender for Ingolstadt. As it's Kuchka and Lawrence just clashing there. He's back up again. So what are Bayern 2 going to do now? Oh, this could be a big 12 minutes for Ingolstadt. They may well be able to build on this, get a cushion. As Kaubi is coming on. Looks as though for Stendera. So a defensive change then from Ingolstadt. It looks as though they're just going to try and hold on to this. So it's the Latvian Ontuzans who's coming on for Veltsmüller. Well, more experience for the young players in and around the Bayern 2 squad then. That's the remit for Danny Schwarz and Martin Di Michaelis. Well, there's Alva, the man whose brilliant goal has lit up this game. It's not been the best performance at all from Ingolstadt, but they were starting to build up the pressure in the lead up to that goal. And it was a fantastic strike from all of 25 yards, just bent into the top corner of the goal. Fantastic technique. Sieb just trying the turn there, but the ball nicked away from him. As Elvo is in a really difficult position. Now Gunter trying to return the ball in there for the run. And going down Stiller, but the referee allowing play to go on. And now Kuchka is away down the left-hand side, up against Feldhahn, who's done really well there to get back the right side, and he's tugged back by the striker in the end. Free kick to Bayern. 10 minutes to go, and the attacking going from end to end now. Absolutely no chance there for the penalty for the challenge on Stiller. Now on to Sands. Let's see if he can produce anything here. Well, he tries to get to the byline, causing problems for Ingolstadt. And a free kick in the end given away. Yeah, just a shove there on Susek as the ball was going out of play. So time running out for Bayern 2 here in their relegation battle. Well, we're a little bit ahead of the other games. We're already in the 82nd minute here. A lot of the other games, 78th minute, even 75th minute. So there will be anxious looks at phones once this game is over to see if Ingolstadt can stay top of the table. It all depends on that result at Hansa Rostock at the moment. Well, it's a goal for me with the class certainly of a top of the table side, but it hasn't been a performance really that you would expect from league leaders. But the nerves are jangling in the Dritte Liga. Still 1860 winning 3-2 against 10-man Fell. And Hansa losing 1-0 to Magdeburg. Incredible. Big afternoon in the Dritte Liga. At the end of the season, we might look back on this day. This could be the decisive weekend's action. As Kaubi there taking out, I think it's Singh, down on the ground. And yellow card. So he's Not been on too long, but he picks up the first yellow card of the game. His 4th yellow of the season. And a deserved one as well, leading in with the elbow. Catching Young Sing there. And this is a dangerous position as well. And they wasted an opportunity earlier from a similar kind of range. Again, it's Stiller standing over this one. It's a little bit central and found it difficult to get the angle really. As Ingolstadt's clear. Throw in for the visitors. And the ball clipped over. Elver gets something on it. On to Zans, doing well. And the penalty's been given for handball. Well, it looked as though it was just out for the corner, but the referee here shaking his head to the protests. Immediately pointing to the spot there. Well, this is the drama that we were looking for. The game has exploded into life in the last 15 minutes with that goal from Elver, and now the potential for a Bayern 2 equaliser from this penalty. It comes in, and that is very, very harsh indeed. Heinlord's trying to turn away from the ball. His arm was there, the ball struck it, and the referee absolutely convinced it's a penalty. I find that very unlucky indeed. But now it's the chance for Singh to tuck home the penalty here. So Singh up against Buntic. This is massive for both sides. And will have a big effect at both ends of the table as well. Dear, oh dear. Singh, he absolutely rattles it into the top corner as well. Brilliantly taken penalty under pressure. And that's Ingolstadt 1, Bayern 2 1. All square once again as Bayern 2 get their equaliser 10 minutes after the opener from Ingolstadt. And that's his first goal of the season. Great take. Well, 5 minutes from the end. I did wonder earlier, would we see late drama? Indeed, we are. Well, now that shifts things around at the top. Ingolstadt drop back down to 3rd place. Dynamo stay top. Hansa Rostock 2nd, despite losing at the moment to Magdeburg at home. And 1860, well, they'll be very interested here. They lead 3-2 against Fell. They're 4 points behind 3rd place Ingolstadt. At the bottom, Bayern now with a 1 point lead over Uerdingen in the relegation zone, and they're looking for more here. Can they finish? It's just wide from Jastrzębski. Well, what a massive, massive chance that was for Bayern 2. Ingolstadt at 6s and 7s at the back. And they've given the ball away again here, Ingolstadt. It's got to be 2-1 to Bayern. It's saved and then dragged wide by Günther. Unbelievable stuff here. Wow, entertainment was at a premium until the 75th minute, and now we're getting chance after chance, and it's Bayern 2 passing it up here. Günther should have finished off on that first opportunity, and the second is an awful effort, dragging it well wide. As what a run this was to set up the chance in the first instance for Jastrzębski. As Ingolstadt have completely fallen asleep at the back. Goodness me. Well, it's Skyer who's now in the book. We're starting to see all kinds of action. If only this game were 10 minutes longer. A brilliant final 15 minutes here. As the ball is nodded down. Jastrzębski doing well. This is Stiller, they're really going for it here. Bayern 2. Well, they've got the rhythm going. Ontuzans has really given Ingolstadt something to think about here. And Günther and Singh as well. The subs making a big change here to Bayern 2's fortunes, as there's a chance at the other end, and it's 2-1 Ingolstadt. It's finished off brilliantly by Kaya. They're back in the lead. 90 seconds to go, Ingolstadt. Well, that's incredible. They could have fallen behind a couple of minutes ago to a big double chance for Bayern 2. They go up the other end, and that's clinical from Kaya. Wow, what a finish to this game. As it looks as though Ingolstadt smash and grab really from them. Only his second of the season, Kaya. But it was a dead-eyed finish into the corner. Thomas Oral probably can't believe his team's luck here. It's Kaya who starts off the attack there. Susek with a lovely run forward, finding Elva, who slips it into the path of Kaya. Well, for me, Elva's been quiet in the game, but he scored the opener. He set up what is potentially the winner for his team. And look at the celebrations. Well, all change again then at the top of the table. Ingolstadt, as it stands, in first place. As Bayern 2 make a late change with Shea coming on. A young 17-year-old. Well, we're going to tick over into time added on. I don't know how much we'll see of that, to be honest. Perhaps a minute or so, as it was Lundqvist off for Shea. There's Kaya out for Kuchka, but he's in an offside position. Well, he's making a beeline for the goal. His eyes lit up as that ball came to him. Well, what an amazing final 15 minutes here we've had. Well, the opening 75, not the greatest game in the world and not the best performance from Ingolstadt, but somehow, in time added on, they are 2-1 up against Bayern 2. A magnificent goal from Elva, opening the scoring. Then a penalty given away. Very unlucky for me, the handball decision. But it was rammed home by Singh for his first of the season from the spot there. And then unbelievably, after huge mix-ups in the Ingolstadt defence to give Bayern 2 two big opportunities to win the game. Again, up the other end, and it's 2-2! Well, this is amazing stuff. Bayern 2 have levelled in time added on. Well, the player is down injured. It's Lawrence, is it, who tucked it home. And what an ending to this game. Well, let's have another look at this equaliser here. The ball is over the top, nodded on, and it's Lawrence there arriving to tuck home. The big centre-back, what's he doing up there in the final minute? He's scoring an equaliser for his team is the answer. And, well, he's hurt himself on the way through. But they will accept that Bayern 2. That's incredible. Well, that might be enough to save them from relegation at the end of the season. You never know. It's his first goal of the season as well. As throwing everything forward here, Ingolstadt, from the kickoff. Well, we've had 4 goals in the final 15 minutes. We never saw that coming. But from the moment that Elva scored a brilliant goal in the 75th minute, this game has been topsy-turvy. And Ingolstadt will certainly see this as 2 points thrown away at home to relegation strugglers Bayern 2, especially since they took the lead in time added on. Well, what's going to happen next? We continue playing. 94th minute. Schwarz and Di Michaelis on the sidelines just want the whistle to blow, as there'll be one last push here from Ingolstadt from this free kick. Goals with the ball forward, up for Kaya, flicking it on, and that's easy for Schneller. Well, there's the final whistle. 2-2 between Ingolstadt and Bayern 2. A match in the end which had absolutely everything. The first 75 minutes, not much to write home about. The final 15 minutes, absolutely classic, as Elva got the opener. It was then levelled by Singh's penalty. Then Kaya putting Ingolstadt ahead again late on before Lawrence had the final say in the 92nd minute with the leveller. 2-2, brilliant game in the Dritte Liga. And that could have massive ramifications at both ends of the table. We'll see how the other games end in the next few minutes. But you can join us next time for more of the same action, hopefully in the Dritte Liga. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and goodbye.